Good afternoon to you and welcome to NTV at One live from the nation's center. My name is Edmond Nyabola and these are some of the stories that are making headlines at this hour. Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu, his wife Susan Ndung'u and County Chief Officer for Roads Luka Mwangi are wanted for arrest but are on the run. Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission CEO Twalib Mbarak has ordered the 3 and 7 others to present themselves at the Commission's headquarters. Detectives have, however, arrested the Director of Testimony Enterprises, Charles Mbuthia, and 2 members of the county's Tender Evaluation Committee in the 588 million shillings road tender scam.
Kiambu County Governor Ferdinand Waititu, his wife Susan Ndung'u and County Chief Officer for Roads Luka Mwangi Waihenya are in hiding. This just a day after DPP Nudin Haji ordered the arrest of 10 suspects and prosecuted alongside 3 companies over the Kiambu County graft in irregular procurement of a 588 million shilling tender for road construction in 5 sub-counties. EACC CEO Twalib Mbarak confirmed that Governor Waititu, his wife and the county chief roads boss could not be traced in their known residences during the early Saturday morning planned arrests. EACC detectives, however, arrested Charles Mbuthia, the Director of Testimony Enterprises, the company that was fraudulently awarded the tender and received 221 million shillings. Also arrested are 2 members of the Evaluation Committee, Joyce Ngina and Simon Kangede. Mbarak has ordered the other suspects, 7 in number, to immediately present themselves at the EACC headquarters. They include Waititu, his wife Susan Ndung'u, County Chief Roads Boss Luka Mwangi, Co-Director of Testimony Enterprises Beth Wangeshi, and 3 Tender Evaluation Committee members, Zakaria Njenga, Anselin Wanjiko and Samuel Mwigai. Sources revealed to NTV that Waititu did not spend the night in any of his homes following the order of arrest against him. It is suspected that he is avoiding spending the weekend behind bars and decided to surrender himself to the police on Monday, 29th July, when the suspects are to be arraigned. EACC detectives are hunting for the governor and his co-accused. Mel Miendo, NTV.
That's a story we are keenly following and we'll let you know once he is arrested or if he appears before the EACC detectives who are looking for him at this moment in time. And staying with matters corruption, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Nuruddin Haji, has directed the Inspector General of Police, Hilary Mutyambai, to conduct a comprehensive investigation on Garissa County funds and forward a preliminary report to him within 30 days. The DPP says he has also received numerous complaints of mismanagement and misappropriation of all the 6 constituency development funds within Garissa County. He has also ordered for investigations into these. In the last 2 weeks, media reports have heightened on cases of graft in Garissa, where a number of county officials have been implicated. The DPP has also requested the Auditor General to separately undertake a forensic audit of expenditure in the county and submit a report. And the Kenya National Union of Teachers says Wilson Sossion will still serve as the NAT Secretary General despite the Employment and Labour Relations Court ruling upholding the Teachers Service Commission's deregistration of Sossion as a teacher. On Friday, the Employment and Labour Relations Court allowed the TSE to deregister him on account of his entry into politics. In a statement, NAT's National Chairman Wycliffe Etole Omuchei says Sossion will continue serving as a Secretary General of NAT following an agreement with TSC and the Registrar of Trade Unions. The tripartite agreement was deposited at the Employment and Labour Relations Court according to NAT. Therefore, according to Omuchei, the Friday court ruling does not affect Sossion's position at the union, and it should also be understood that the Labour Relations Act states that the General Secretary of a trade union or a Chief Executive or Association Secretary of an employer's organization may be a person not engaged or employed in the sector concerned. NAT is scrutinizing the court ruling with a view of instituting an appeal. All right, Kibra Member of Parliament who died yesterday, that's Ken Okoth, is being celebrated at his former high school, Starehe Boys Center, at the institution's Founders Day. Okoth was a key member of the Old Boys Society and had kept in touch with the school, partly in line with his passion for education. Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha, who is also an old boy at the school, is in attendance, and let's listen in to what's going on at Starehe Boys Center.
Every day between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. and competitions at various levels from inter-house to sub-county and Nairobi region in athletics, basketball. You are asking about athletics. Gonna see as we are, and we will be seeing some of our athletes later. Basketball, handball, hockey, racket games, and volleyball, all under the leadership of Mr. Ferdinand Onyango and a very able team, including Mr. Waidaka. Well done, team. Our voluntary service scheme, you know, many of you have seen them in hospitals, in public and private offices. And I hope you have already bought a copy of Scan, Starehe Comments and News, which demonstrates the skills of our budding journalists. It will cost you 100 shillings. And those of you who are not used to carrying cash, we have made arrangements for you to pay through M-Pesa. Pay bill number 949494. It is 100 shillings and there is no transaction cost. Ms. Mutua will thank me later. So these are the same activities that shaped Old Starehians, and I thank you, Old Starehians. Let us welcome our Old Starehians here. They have turned out in large numbers. And I don't know whether Peter Thande Kamau is here. Yes, thank you, Peter. Peter Thande joined a team of 20 alumni who climbed up to Point Lenana on Mount Kenya. And
Live proceedings from the Starehe Boys Center, where the old boys there have gathered to celebrate the life of Kibra Member of Parliament Ken Okoth, who is an alumnus of that institution. We will be giving you the details once the family announces any funeral arrangements or what will be happening going forward after the death of the 41-year-old Member of Parliament. But away from that, the Nation Media Group has been on the road in Mombasa with some of its personalities meeting the public as the firm sells its agenda and stays true to being in touch with Mwananchi. Kevin Mutai now joins us live to give us a brief on how NMG has been engaging the people of the coastal county. Kevin, habari yako leo?
Naam, asante sana Edmond Nyabola. Naomba tu kuzungumza kwa lugha ya Kiswahili kwa sababu shughuli hii ya leo inahusu gazeti la Taifa Leo, na tuko katika shule ya msingi ya Mikindani hapa mjini ama kaunti ya Mombasa. Kumbuka kwamba gazeti la Taifa Leo ina mambo tofauti na mambo kemkem ambayo itaweza kumsaidia yule mwanafunzi aweze kujifahamisha zaidi na mambo yanayoendelea, na ili kuweza kukuza lugha yake ya Kiswahili na vile vile kuimarisha jinsi anavyoandika insha. Na kumbuka kwamba zoezi hili limekuwa likiendelea na vile vile kuna tuzo ama zawadi ambazo wanafunzi wataweza kupewa. Kumbuka kwamba kuna na shindano la kitaifa la waandishi wa insha ambayo itakuwa katika kaunti ya Nairobi, ambapo wanafunzi kutoka kaunti zote hapa nchini wataweza kujumuika pamoja kukungamana kule Nairobi kushiriki katika shindano hilo la kitaifa la waandishi wa insha itakayofanyika kule Nairobi mwishoni mwaka huu. Kumbuka kwamba Taifa Leo inamjali mwanafunzi na vile vile ninavyosema kwamba kuna katika gazeti la Taifa Leo kuna mitihani ya majaribio ama vile test papers ambazo vile vile mwanafunzi ataweza kujifahamisha zaidi na kuweza kumsaidia katika kufanya revision ama kujizoesha na yale maswali, na vile vile atapata majibu. Kumbuka kwamba kila Jumatatu na siku ya Jumatatu na Jumanne kutakuwa na maswali katika shule ama vitengo viwili vyote ambao ni darasa la 8 na vile vile kidato cha ama shule za upili. Maswali hayo yatachapishwa katika gazeti la Taifa Leo, na vile vile kutakuwa na majibu siku ya Jumatano, na vile vile kuna mambo kem katika gazeti hilo la Taifa Leo. Lakini mtazamaji, ningependa tu kujihusisha na msimamizi wa shughuli hii zima aliyetualika hapa, ambaye ni MCA wa eneo hili la Mikindani, atuweze tu kwa kifupi mbona yeye ni mwanasiasa lakini lakini anajali elimu, na vile vile kampuni ya Nation Media Group kupitia gazeti la Taifa Leo ambayo inachapisha maswali ama mambo tofauti ya kuweza kumjali mwanafunzi kutumia mradi wake wa newspaper in education. Mtazamaji, mheshimiwa, uko moja kwa moja kwenye runinga ya NTV. Wewe ni mwanasiasa, lakini mbona ukaja ukafanya mambo ya elimu?
Asante sana. Majina yangu naitwa Juma Renson Toya, mwakilishi wadi wa Mikindani. Siasa ni siasa, lakini elimu ni maisha. Kwa hivyo kuna wakati tunatakana kupiga siasa, na baada ya siasa tuangalie msingi wa maisha, hususan ya watoto wetu. Kwa hivyo mimi nimeamua siasa tuweke kando, tuangalie elimu. Kwa sababu hata mimi nikiwa mwanasiasa, hawa watoto ambao leo nawasimamia katika zoezi hili zima wanahitaji makaratasi, vyeti, na ni lazima tuwekeze, kwa sababu mimi kuna watu lazima wanirithi, na kunirithi lazima wawe wana kila kinachohitajika. Kwa hivyo nimeamua niweze kushirikiana na wanafunzi wa shule zote hizi na walimu wao, tukishirikiana na Nation Media Group na gazeti ya Taifa kuweza kuboresha Kiswahili. Imekuwa ni changamoto kwamba Kiswahili kimetokea Mombasa na hapa ni nyumbani, lakini matokeo kila mwaka yanaenda chini.
Umeweza kupata jarida lako la gazeti la Taifa Leo?
Sijapata moja. Leo nimezipata nyingi sana ambazo kila moja atafurahikia.
Umeona yale mambo yanapatikana pale ndani?
Mambo mazuri.
Kama nini hasa?
Kuna maswali pale, kuna jinsi watoto wanaweza kuandika insha, na maswali ambayo yanaweza kuboresha mtoto kuweza kupambana na ule mtihani wa mwisho wa KCPE ama KCSE.
Na la mwisho kabisa, je, utaweza kuwahimiza vipi wanafunzi, kwa sababu kutakuwa na shindano la kitaifa ambapo vile vile mwanafunzi ataweza kujishindia zawadi kemkem, ikiwemo shilingi 50,000, pesa ambazo vile vile itaweza kumsaidia huyu mwanafunzi kuweza kujiendeleza kimasomo katika masomo za hapo baadaye kujiunga na shule za upili. Pengine kama kiongozi wa eneo hili, ni jukumu ama utakuwa na jukumu la kuweza kuwasaidia wanafunzi katika kuwahimiza ili waweze kutia bidii, lakini hasa kuweza vile vile kuzingatia yale mambo yanayopatikana kwa Daily Nation. Je, unapanga kufanya vipi tutakapotoka hapa sisi?
Mimi sipangi kuwahimiza, tayari nishaanza. Leo nimekongamanisha takriban shule 24, zaidi ya watoto 1000 wako hapa, na mimi mwenyewe mbali na insha zile ambazo ni za gazeti la Taifa, mimi mwenyewe nimetenga laki nzima kuanzia mwezi wa 9, ile kamati jopo la Kiswahili wataona vile. Kwa hivyo ninajaribu kuemulate vile ambavyo nyinyi mnafanya. Kwa hivyo tayari tuko ndani na hatuna sababu nyingine. Kile kitu ambacho ni muhimu ni lazima Kiswahili kitukuzwe na kitakuwa na manufaa kwa jamii yetu.
Asante sana. Na mtazamaji, kumbuka vile vile NTV on the road, msafara ambao ulianza siku 2 zilizopita na leo itakamilika katika kaunti ya Mombasa. Kumbuka wenyeji wa hapa Mombasa waliweza kupata fursa ya kuweza kukutana na kuweza kuwaona wale waigizaji wa filamu ama vipindi tofauti vinavyopatikana kwenye runinga ya NTV, na naarifiwa kwamba msafara huo leo umekuwa katika maeneo ya hapa mjini kule Mombasa, na ilianzia eneo la Changamwe na wameweza kuzuru maeneo tofauti zikiwemo Shanzu, Kiembeni, kule Chuda, na wameweza kujumuika na kuwafahamisha wenyeji wa hapa mjini Mombasa mambo yanayopatikana kwenye runinga ya NTV. Na mtazamaji, nilivyosema kwamba msafara huo unakamilika leo hapa mjini Mombasa, na ukiwa na fursa tu uweze kujiunga na wale wanaoendeleza shughuli hiyo ili uweze kujifahamisha zaidi yale mengi yanayopatikana kwenye runinga ya NTV. Lakini kwa sasa Edmond Nyabola, tuendelee na shughuli hapa eneo la Mikindani, shule ya upili, shule ya msingi ya Mikindani, tuweze kujumuika na wanafunzi tu na tuweze kusemezana zaidi kuhusu gazeti la Taifa Leo na mambo kemkem yanayopatikana pale ndani. Kwako Edmond Nyabola.
Asante sana Kevin Mutai kwa taarifa hiyo. But let's switch gears now to English. It is a tough journey for patients with kidney problems at the Moi County Referral Hospital in Voi, that's in Taita Taveta County, as the facility is overwhelmed with people seeking treatment. This has led to delays in some sessions for some of the patients. Taita Taveta County is now facing a crisis as patients from the neighboring counties are also seeking medical attention from that facility. NTV's Bill Otieno has more.
Patients flock Moi County Referral Hospital in Voi, many of them queuing towards the renal unit. This hospital hosts patients from Taita Taveta and the neighboring counties such as Kwale, Kilifi and Makueni. The large number of dialysis patients here has caused many to postpone their weekly sessions due to lack of space and sufficient facilities.
Ingawaji shida ni kwamba saa ingine unaweza kuja alafu ukaambiwa rudi uje siku fulani. Unaona? Kwa hivyo vitanda kama wanaweza kuongeza vitanda sawa, ama wafanyikazi waongeze hawa nurses.
Kwa kusema ukweli, kama kungekuwa kuna uwezekano viongezwe hivi vitanda na wao watu kama wanaweza kuongezwa, wangesaidia sana kufanya kazi, sababu vitanda ni vichache, wagonjwa ni wengi.
The hospital says the overwhelming number of dialysis patients has resulted to delays of some patients' session. There are 5 dialysis machines serving at least 10 patients daily for 4 hours per session.
In that moment, have 26 patients. 26 patients is high in relation with that department. Because that department, the principal capacity is only 20 patients. Because it's 2 sessions for week. 5 patients in the morning, 5 patients in the afternoon.
As the County Department of Health is working towards buying more machines to manage the situation, expanding the facility and employing more staff is another task. Bilotieno, NTV, Voi.
Health Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki has decried the rising homicides and suicides in Mount Kenya region. She attributes the situation to high levels of drug and substance abuse, lack of proper parenting and lack of communication in family settings. The CS was speaking in Ndaragwa constituency, that's in Nyandarua County, where she promised to bring on board the Nyumba Kumi initiative players, village elders, youth leaders, community health volunteers, among other stakeholders, would be handed the mandate to conduct promotive education and awareness campaigns in their neighborhoods. She said the government is also working on a framework of interventions for mental health in the country that will help address the problem.
The deputy directors and mentioned, tuko na watu kila saa nikipata nafasi nasema watu wa maana because in watu.
In this county alone, the last 7 months, we have recorded 27 suicide cases. Tumefika mwaka nusu, meaning if you do a projection, then you may see the numbers. And this is what goes to be recorded. It therefore means we have a problem in our hands, in addition to the other health burdens that we are continuing to record as a country.
And I think the bottom line is communication. Tumeachilia watoto wetu completely. Hatuna saa hata moja ya kuongea na our children.
Deputy President William Ruto is urging the Council of Governors and the 2 houses of Parliament to engage in dialogue to resolve the stalemate over the division of a revenue bill. DP Ruto has denied claims that the Jubilee administration wants to kill devolution. He holds that the national government is ready to engage all the major parties involved in the stalemate to avoid derailing development projects in the counties due to lack of funds. Ruto, who was speaking in Marsabit County, also warned the area residents against failing to enroll their children in school. Marsabit Governor Mohamud Ali also welcomed the appointment of his political arch-rival Ukur Yatani as the acting National Treasury and Planning Cabinet Secretary.
Najua tumepigana na rafiki yangu Ambassador Ukur, alifanya campaign moto. Najua ile nguvu alikuwa nayo, lakini nilimshinda kidogo. Ile nguvu alikuwa nayo na muhimiza atumie hiyo nguvu yote kuwatumikia wananchi wa Kenya wote, kuendelesha hiyo department ya finance.
Nataka niwaulize governors na senators na wabunge, tuketi chini pamoja na tutafute suluhu hiyo, kwa sababu ni ya muhimu, ndio tuweze kutekeleza wajibu wetu wa kuwahudumia wa Kenya na kuhakikisha kwamba miradi ya maendeleo na mipango yale mengine yote ya maendeleo ya taifa letu la Kenya yanaendelea bila kukwama.
Workers at Thwake Multipurpose Dam in Makueni County have held demonstrations, paralyzing operations. The disgruntled workers marched for 50 kilometers to the office of the Makueni Member of County Assembly to present their grievances. They claim they have been working under poor conditions. They further say that the Chinese company constructing the dam has been using explosives that have left their homes with huge cracks.
Peculiar scenes littered Makueni County as workers at Thwake Dam downed their tools in protest of what they term as pathetic conditions. The workers say they will not return to work for a month until their grievances are heard and determined. They additionally complained of ill treatment by the Chinese and that the dam construction has left them with dents to their health.
Hapa hivi ukakatika na hajalipwa bado, ni shida, anahangaika. Mwingine amevunjika, alianguka na gari huko. Haya, huyu aliumia mkono, alivinywa hapo akifanya kazi na driller, hajalipwa. Kwanza kitu ya maana pale ni mtu akobezitiwe, kama ameumia alipwe.
These health effects, they say, have taken a toll on their reproductive systems and capabilities.
Na hapa wezi zaa, hakuna mtu atazaa hapa kwa hii area.
Children in the area have been affected by the fumes emanating from the site of the dam. He lauded the march by the workers as their calls for operations at the dam to be put off have fallen on deaf ears.
Manake tukiongea tunatulizwa, alafu hakuna kitu kinatendeka. Kama watu wetu hawapatiwi nafasi, kama watu wetu hawachimbiwi bohos, tutaingia hapo kwa hiyo Thwake, tutaingia hapo kwa hiyo hadhi penye tulikuwa tunapitia, tutatengeneza njia hapo, tupitie hapo hata kama mradi unaendelea, kwa sababu watu wetu watabika mpaka siku gani.
Others who spoke also say that they lack clean toilets, clean drinking water, and that they are forced to drink water from the polluted Athi River. Gina Kirori, NTV.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has recovered public land in Kisumu belonging to Kenya Railways that was irregularly subdivided to former Assistant Minister Oburu Odinga and member of the East Africa Legislative Assembly. Oburu, who is a brother to opposition leader Raila Odinga, had filed a case challenging the cancellation of the title deed, but his case was dismissed by the High Court for lack of merit. According to EACC, the allocation of the land in Kisumu was done without the knowledge or consent of the state corporation. EACC now has the powers to regularize the land ownership in readiness for handover to the Kenya Railways. Oburu is among individuals who regularly acquired part of that public land who have suffered the same fate. And police spokesperson Charles Owino has called on Kenyans to embrace community policing in fighting radicalization and extremism in the country. Owino says a number of youth disappear from home to join terrorist groups only for their loved ones to accuse the police of abducting and killing them.
There was a time 4 or 5 years ago when it was starting, an official of Wajir Airport got lost and it was said to Meua. Only to find this guy was in ISIS. There are some girls in South Sea also who got lost. And remember, of late, the persons who come to with Al-Shabaab in Nairobi, you find there is Kamau, there is Wanjala, there is Owino. Where do they come from? Who has reported in their family that they were not there? People would assume when I wrote that they got lost, they disappeared with the police. So the issues of disappearance must be handled professionally, but let us promote community policing.
And away from that, everyone is looking forward to that match between the Kenya Morans, the national basketball team, against Democratic Republic of Congo tonight at 9:30, the final of the African Championship. And Brian Otwal has all the details for that in sports. Brian.
Thank you so much, Edmond. Let's start with that as Kenya's shooting guards Tyler Okari and Eric Mutoro will be eyeing the Top Scorers Award when the men's national basketball team Morans plays the Democratic Republic of Congo in the final of the inaugural International Basketball Federation FIBA African Tournament in Mali tonight from 9 p.m. that is in Kenyan time. Okari, who plays professional basketball for Danish club Bakken Bears Aarhus, scored 20 points in Kenya's 96-66 walloping of Morocco at the semi-final stage on Thursday, increasing his points tally to 109, the highest by a
Wake up to nothing but the best in news, conversation starters and hard-hitting interviews that keep you informed for the day ahead.
Happened early, 6 on the nose. These people don't sleep. Fix fast the data protection law, then we come up with the number. Exactly my question to CS Joe Michelle.
Welcome to Living With Us. I'm your host, Sharon Mundia. Boy, have you missed out.
Stop your wheel, game done.
Thank you for joining us on NTV today.
We have our reporters in different locations.
NTV is right here to bring you everything from the beginning to the end.
Ahead of their match against hosts Taifa Stars of Tanzania on Sunday in the first round, first leg CHAN 2020 qualifiers. Kenya, who have never qualified for CHAN, will be hoping to start their campaign on a positive note, while Tanzania will be looking to avenge the painful AFCON 2019 loss to the Harambee Stars. National football team head coach Sebastian Minye will be relying more on team spirit rather than experience in his quest to book Kenya its first appearance at the championship meant for local-based players. Sofapaka midfielder Dennis Odhiambo will captain the national team, with defender Joash Onyango making a first competitive appearance since an injury cut short his AFCON 2019 hopes. And it is down to the semi-finals of the 41st annual off-season Kothbiro tournament, with Umeme Bees facing Kingston FC in the first semi-final before Massa plays Alin Juakali in Sunday's semi-final. Alin Juakali beat Napoli FC 2-0 to book a semi-final slot, with Victor Ochieng scoring the goals. Massa, on their part, halted Dallas' plans of their first semi-final participation thanks to a Tito Olesi 89th minute header. Meanwhile, trophy sponsors Pamoja Movement have dispatched category winners' trophies and the finals match balls from Germany. The 2019 Kothbiro winner will walk away with 300,000 shillings courtesy of sponsors SportPesa, and the semi-final kicks off at 3 p.m. this afternoon. To some rugby, Impala Saracens and Menengai Oilers drew 21-all in the opening match of the Kabeberi Sevens at the Kinoru Stadium in Meru this morning. In the second match in Pool A, KCB crushed home team Meru RFC 32-0 to make it a 7th straight win in this year's circuit, following their unbeaten run at last weekend's Kakamega Sevens. In selected results, Masinde Muliro University sounded an early warning by upsetting Min Machine 12-10, while champions Homeboys crushed Catholic Monks 22-0. Meanwhile, Nondis thrashed Egerton Wasp 24-0 in their opening Pool C game. The Kabeberi Sevens is the second round of the Stanbic National Sevens Series.
We're very happy. We feel very honored this morning to be chosen as the venue for this year's Kabeberi Sevens. We have been reading about you. We have watched you on television. So I'm very excited that finally you have come to Meru. We want to make Meru the center of sports and tourism in this region. You saw us last month with the Rewa Marathon, which was very successful. We are planning the mountain race, the first ever in this country. We are doing a track in Mount Kenya.
And the desire for the region and Africa to have a say in the happenings at the International Association of Athletics Federations, that is IAAF Corridors of Power, has driven Athletics Kenya President Jackson Tuwei to contest for one of the Vice President's position. Tuwei, the retired Lieutenant General at Kenya Defence Forces, said he will also seek election as one of the council members during the IAAF Congress due in September 25th this year, 2 days before the start of the World Athletics Championships in Doha, Qatar. Thwake will battle for the 4 positions at stake in the vice president docket that has attracted 9 contestants, including Ibrahim Shehu Gusau from Nigeria. At least one of the positions should go to a woman. Among those seeking to defend their positions are Serge Bubka from Ukraine, who is also the senior vice president, and Alberto Juan Torrena from Cuba. Cameroonian Hamad Kalkaba Malboum, who is also the Confederation of Africa Athletics president, won't seek re-election as one of the vice presidents. 9 Africans, including Thwake, are among 40 contestants vying for 13 places. And there will be new winners in this year's Under-16 Coca-Cola football competition when the Nationals take place in Kisumu County from July 30th to August 3rd. This is after defending champions St. Anthony High School and Moi Girls Nangili from Rift Valley and Western respectively were knocked out during the region's preliminary matches held last month. The absence of Moi Girls Nangili gives the 2016 champions Wieta Girls High School an opportunity to reclaim the title and be the only team to have won the national title twice. The competition will be held at Kisumu National Polytechnic with a total of 32 games being played. And Colombian Egan Bernal was catapulted into the overall lead of the Tour de France in dramatic circumstances on Friday as the 19th stage of the race, effectively the penultimate stage, was stopped early because of a hailstorm. Team Ineos rider Bernal, who began the day a minute and a half behind, had overhauled France Julian Alaphilippe during the climb up. Alaphilippe began eating back into the lead with a brilliant descent, only to be told to stop riding after organizers called off the race because of the dangerous conditions ahead. The race timings were taken from the top of the mountain and unofficial timings give Bernal a
NTV sasa.
Kuna mambo mengi sana ambayo yanafanyika.
Sasa ni kumtuliza, hii inaitwa sensory integration.
Shughuli pevu ya kudunda viwanjani rejea kwake
na kurudisha hapa studioni.
Kuna mengi ambayo yanaendelea kujiri katika maeneo tofauti.
Tunavyoelewa nasema nini? Vimeundwa.
NTV in the morning. All you need to know to start your day.
Ilizae kama jalema.
Serikali leta dawa gani?
It's almost a year, nothing has been done.
I just need some form of information.
Dr. Mugo Wairimu first hit the headlines when a video clip showing him raping an unconscious female patient at his clinic.
With the puzzle surrounding the sugar saga yet to be cleared. How many times?
That is at 2 p.m. to 4 on Top Sport right here. Back to you, Edmond.
Thank you so much, Brian Otwal, and all the best to the Kenya Morans, our national men's basketball team, as they take on the Democratic Republic of Congo in the AfroChan final. If they win this, we are told they could actually qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So all the best to Kenya Morans this evening. Thank you so much for watching NTV at 1. My name is Edmond Nyabola. Do stay tuned because in half an hour or less, Top Sport begins with our sports team. Bye-bye.
This is NTV.
Tonadol Extra imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli kupambana haraka na maumivu ya kichwa, mwili na hata meno. Sonadol Extra. Hakika maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.